Hello my friends, this is Jose from LuoVita here, and today I'm going to talk about how to optimize our health and how to optimize our well-being. So it's very important. Why? Because this healthier lifestyle will boost our mental health and improve our mood. So practicing, for example, mindfulness will decrease our stress, increase our happiness, and for example, it's also important to identify which situations and behaviors are causing us to feel stressed. And why? Because then we can take action to avoid them and change the way we respond to them. You can, for example, start by sharing your feelings with someone that you trust and finding new hobbies. So this is resume. Physical activity is also something that reduces stress, but we are going over this. We must learn how to optimize our routines and feel the best. So how do we do this? First thing, get enough sleep. I know it's cliche, but just like eating, exercising, getting enough sleep is really important, very important to optimize our health. Believe me, I experience this all the time. The problem is once we are really in this tiredness, it's really hard to get out. Really are good with ourselves. Sleep is one of the pillars of this good health, and sleep boosts our immune system. It gives our body really this repair that we need. We should, they say, sleep at least 7 to 9 hours. But 9 hours, okay, perhaps we don't reach 9 hours, but at least 7 hours of sleep. But you must feel good with yourself. It's not really a question of time. You must feel good with yourself. So a bad night of sleep will give us the feeling of being groggy and cranky, but a lot of people don't realize that this sleeping poorly it can lead to really serious problems. I experienced this, It does make us harder to focus on something, provoke this mood disorders. It increases our risk of diseases, And so one of this main reasons is that sleep will affect these hormone levels. It messes up with our hormones and other levels, and it makes, for example, I see people that are obese and they feel hungry and sluggish, and this hormone reduces just the speed of acting, and over time this results in, for example, obesity and diabetes, even heart diseases, and everything like this. So the best way to get a good night of sleep is by creating this consistent bedtime routine, right? And sticking to it. That's the worst part. So this includes going to bed at the same time and for example, waking up at the same time each morning. Even on weekends, once we are used to it, we just wake up, right? And avoid our smartphones, at least at full light and before sleeping. So maybe large meals, caffeine, even tea that has and alcohol. So if you're struggling to sleep, just try to adjust. For example, you wake up time by 30 minutes each day, and until you hit, if you can't fall asleep, and you have other problems, that it can be stress, just don't hesitate to consult a professional, okay? Because it can be due to other stuff. And of course, let's talk about diet, because this is some issue, and it should include these foods that we know that are belong to this main group, such fruits, vegetables. There are dairy, grains, and proteins also. So it should be also low. We should also avoid sugar and saturated fats. So everybody should know this. And where do we start? For example, we start by removing, for example, processed foods as much as you can. And this is really unhealthy. You should, for example, eat a lot of fresh products like whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and olive oil, avocado or something. It's important to avoid fried fruits and, for example, limit our consumption on sugary sodas and everything that has too much salt, right? So to maintain this diet, try to fill up half of your plate with vegetable, fruits, and a quarter of it with potatoes. And another quarter with protein sources as fish, poultry, beans, eggs. So a maximum of 3 servings or per day, not more. So this is, don't forget the proteins. That's very important. Okay. So choosing fruits and vegetables. We should select those who are in the season, and it's not easy to have them sometimes. And if you are purchasing for some canned foods, try to choose that with their for example packed with water instead of sauce, or or liquid, or just drain the liquid off. So another thing, try to get up early so you can enjoy your breakfast and spend time in the sunshine when there is sun. So this will give you this boost of energy and help you to set up for this day, right? If you find if you're struggling, for example, to fit in the exercise, and you can also seek help from a professional. But let's talk about exercise. So that exercise is good for you. Everybody knows that. But finding the motivation and getting moving with it, that's the hard part, right? But exercise has some big benefits. This boosts our brain power, this focus and creativity. It increases our energy levels, and it strengthens our muscles, of course. But at the end, it's beneficial for us, mental and physical. So when we exercise regularly, our body releases endorphins, right? And this helps to improve our mood and feel happier. It also helps us to keep our weight under control. So maintain this healthy system. It also reduces the risk of certain diseases. So you don't need to spend hours training or going at the gym eventually, but just 30 minutes of moderate exercise per day, okay? Or 5 times a week. So just you can break it down in 15 minutes, sessions, or 10-minute sessions, if it's easier. So regular exercise really increases our blood flow, which provides more oxygen to our heart and brains, and helps our blood cells to distribute everything in our body, and removes also waste from our body. So this will increase really our energy. As I said, this boosts our immune system, improves our mood, and we have this overall sense of well-being. That's important. So the key to success with any wellness goal, let's say it like this, is to start small and build it up. So drink more water, and for example, lengthening the distance of your runs, or it's important to make changes that makes it manageable to do it daily in your lifestyle. This will help you that these habits forms are sustainable in the long run. And the more you prioritize, your health and fitness, the better you will feel. Just start, and it will integrate in your daily routine. And I touched this before, but drink water. You heard that it's important, right? And water helps to maintain this balanced pH level. So, this supports our physical performance, and adds our kidneys, and if you are dehydrated, sometimes you don't even realize it if it goes over a long time, and this affects our mood, our cognitive functioning, and even mild dehydration, I think over 2% or 3% can affect already our short-term memory, our attention, our reaction time. So adding water to our daily routine will help us to prevent this mental fatigue, this depression, this anxiety. But as I said before, if you feel symptoms and it's chronic, just don't hesitate to consult professional help, okay? And the best way to meet or to drink water is to drink in variety of other foods, or eating, for example, fresh fruits, vegetable, and there are fruits that are rich on water and low in calories. So cucumber, for example, watermelon and oranges and strawberries, for example. So it's important to see this dehydration signals. For example, dark urine or dry mouth, dizziness sometimes, but it's just already, and drink more water and eat food based on these sources. So avoid caffeine too much, okay? So certain situations also you must drink more water, like when you have physical activity, exercise, or sitting in a hot and humid environment, or had some illnesses, of course. But of course, these are medical conditions, and it not needs to be adjusted, and you should really have this support from medical professionals when doing this. So next thing is to manage your stress, right? So I know stress is normal and it's a normal response today, but too much, leads to other problems. As you know, sometimes we are not aware. We may even have some chest pain. I mean, this is already extreme, but your heart races too much. It can cause, for example, anxiety, and we are irritable. We have irritability, for example. This impacts our ability to think clearly sometimes. And stress also, managing the stress, we have to, for this we must include some techniques. We must apply some techniques, like, to prevent this. For example, you may feel like there's nothing you can do to reduce a stress level, right? Especially when it comes to things that are our control, like bills or some responsibilities that we have or family obligations. But it's possible to make changes in everything. In the way we manage our time, prioritize our health is very important. So this will lower our stress levels. So the first thing into managing stress is to find or to figure out how much you are stressed. I know it's not easy, but for example, you can write it down. You have a journal. Keep a journal for a few days or a few weeks and write down what you're feeling and the circumstances that create this stress in your life. So why? Because this helps you to identify the causes. You are feeling anxious. You see some tendencies, or you might feel that you are turning into you have unhealthy ways to deal with stress, like smoking, drinking too much or something, filling your day with non-stop activities, just busy, but it's stressing you out, right? So take out your emotions, around, for example. So this is very, very important. I hope this was helpful for you. It was based on my experience also, and I did some researches about this hormones and stuff level. So this is very important to understand. It's our life, it's our happiness, right? So let me know in the comments, really. And I have resources in the comments, in the descriptions, links, and also something that is a course that's related to this, working at home. Let me know. You can explore this, comment, as I said, and subscribe, of course. But first of all, take care of yourself and let me know, okay? We are all in this together. So thank you for being there, and take care of yourself.